think you are poor and helpless, how do you train your brain to be a unique person? I cannot. This is not going to work. Can't do with our boss. Nothing can be done because of the corona. It's hard to do because of the sun. Nothing can be done because of the rain. This cannot be done in this country. I can't do anything with my family. As you create such a negative image, how do you plan to move on to a positive new life? This method is what we call our subconscious planning method. Here we first listen at the story taught in this Zen Buddhism. In one forest, there was a herd of sheep. This flock was very happy and they have less hostile trouble. That means there are no animals like tigers in this forest. While the herd was living happily, a tigress came into the forest from the adjacent forest. This tigress is about to have a cub. This tigress is waiting for her cub to be born. As the tigress climbed the mountain, he saw something amazing. A flock of sheep is there down. I am waiting for my cub to be born. First I have to grab a sheep and eat it. Then I don't have to hunt for a week. Slowly the tigress came walking towards the herd, walked and jumped into the flock. You know what the flock does when they jump into the herd. This flock ran to save their lives. After a while, the sheep came to see why these tigers were not coming to chase them. When the sheep came, they saw that the tigress had jumped and hit a rock and died. But the tiger cub is born and is drinking milk from the tigress. The sheep mothers who saw this were very sad. Then all the sheep decided to adopt this motherless tiger cub. Now this tiger cub lives with the sheep. He drinks sheep's milk. He eats grass like sheep. Playing with sheep. This is how it live happily with the sheep. Now he does not know that he is a tiger. While this is going on, another tiger is coming to this forest from the adjacent forest. This tiger sees something very strange happening. A tiger cub eats grass with a herd of sheep. The tiger could not imagine. It's incredibly angry with it because when our species for eating grass. He decided he wanted to catch a sheep first. When the tiger jumped into the herd, the tiger cub was caught. The tiger cub started screaming, "Oh, I am an innocent lamb, don't kill me." The big tiger said, "You are not a lamb but a tiger." But the tiger cub says, "I am an innocent lamb." The big tiger decided to solve this problem first and took the baby tiger to a water well, went and showed face. "Look, your face and mine are the same. You are a tiger." Now the way the tiger cub thinks has changed. Then he screamed, "Look, your voice is horse. My voice is horse too. You are a tiger." He pointed to the body and said that your body and my body are the same. You are a tiger. Then the big tiger killed a lamb and fed it. When he ate this, he began to feel that he was not really a sheep but a tiger. What happened as a result? The herd of sheep gradually dwindled. This is a story taught in Zen Buddhism designed to teach people how to change their minds, so how to develop a mind program. How do you plan your subconscious and change your destiny? How do you make a tiger out of a lamb? You learn this, then you will realize that this method can awaken the giant sleeping inside you. You can unleash your boundless energy in this way. How does this happen? Number 1. Information. When you receive information related to something, your thinking changes. For example, Sir Mahatma Gandhi threw him out of the train in South Africa and he fell on the platform, his luggage and everything threw out. He thought that, why did this happen to me? I bought a first class ticket. Why am I thrown out of the train? He got the information. Then he began to think. Look how he changed his mind. Information came, the way of thinking changed. Thoughts arose. The second one is thoughts. These thoughts caused for breaking that his small identity and transmission that identity to many people. Received information, the way of thinking changed. Thoughts arose. Number 3 is the confidence you have in yourself. The confidence in you that I can do it. I can be great. The confidence in you that I can do it. For example, a small child begins to think that I can pass the exam with flying colors. He starts to get into that situation. Confidence in you is the greatest force that can be created in your mind. If you believe in something, you will get it that way. Number 4, attitudes. Then attitudes arise. The confidence you have becomes an attitude. It is very difficult to change yourself once accepted. That's when I got the information. The way of thinking has changed. Beliefs are formed. Attitudes are formed. The nature of an attitude is to form habits a little too easily without knowing it. Number 5. Habits. Habits are what our brain does. For example, if you drive a car, you will receive information, you will change your mind, you will have confidence, and you will develop the habit related to it. If you watch TV while eating rice, you will unknowingly eat it. Habits are what this is all about. Then you can change your life by habits. Now look, that tiger cub got into the habit of eating grass. Then the big tiger changed that habit. He developed the habit of eating meat. See if life has changed wonderfully. And then it gets addictive. Number 6 is addiction. Once we are addicted to a habit, we cannot give it up. We call this method here self-image. Our inner combines with our brain to form a self-image. In neuroscience, it is called the meta-program. Then the self-image meta-program for your current situation was created some time ago. It has come true without you knowing it. Then if you do not like the current situation, change the meta-program. You can do it. Every human being in the world can do that. Now look, in the Angulimala story in Buddhist literature, Angulimala was said to be Ahinsaka when he was a child. He became an innocent, talented student. The teacher changed the self-image of Ahinsaka according to this methodology. Ahinsaka, you are a talented student. You have learned all the sword fighting and bow fighting. Now you cut off 1,000 fingers of people and offer them to me. Ahinsaka went on thinking about it. He became a fierce murderer. He was known as Angulimala. The Lord Buddha changed the meta program the brain script and the self-image of that terrible murderer. As a result of that change, Angulimala eventually became known as Arahant. Now you ask yourself with your conscience, why am I in this situation? So there are some decisions we made about self-image. Then you can start your new life right now. What should we do about it? We need to plan our subconscious. There was a young man in a small family in India called Yadav. The world calls him the forest man. One day, as Yadav was walking, he saw a large island near his village, a forest. All the trees in that forest are dead, no animals. He felt sad. Young Yadav decided that I would cultivate this land. He planted branches in the trees. The seedlings were planted. He planted seedlings like this every day. In this way, he planted seedlings for 40 years. Eventually, he unknowingly created a huge forest of 500 hectares. The animals came back to that forest once again. When people came to cut down the forest, Yadav told them to cut off my hands and legs. But remember, this forest was created by Yadav, not that anyone. According to that incredible dream that came to his mind, according to that self-image, Yadav became the greatest character. Became an award-winning person in India. His story of creating the forest was translated into a book that teaches children around the world. Plan your subconscious, then you can be great too. 80% of our mind is subconscious. Man is guided by the subconscious store of information. The subconscious mind does nothing. The subconscious mind guides the whole life. The subconscious does not do anything instantly. The subconscious mind takes information and works with the brain to make amazing plans. Then those things happen automatically without our knowing it. The subconscious has information, beliefs, attitudes, and disturbance memory. And the subconscious has an amazing memory store. Psychologists and many in the Western world say that people bring back as memories of habits of past lives. The subconscious mind has a special ability to connect genetic memory. The subconscious mind stores all of this. The self-image is drawn according to the information received by the subconscious mind. How do we provide information to the subconscious? This is a very simple method. The first 180 seconds of waking up in the morning, the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes of the approximately 180 seconds before going to bed, if any information is thought through with conviction, it goes to the subconscious. The subconscious accepts it with great confidence and then turn it into a process. Plan your subconscious mind. Here are these key points to think about daily. Number 1. Nothing is impossible. Number 2. I am ready. Number 3. I can. These are 3 attitudes. Next are the energies given to the subconscious mind. Number 1. I have self-confidence. Number 2. I have self-esteem. Number 3. I am determined. Number 4. I am constantly excited. Number 5. I am committed. Number 6. I have the strength to overcome challenges. Number 7. I have the power of a spiritual mind. It was this spiritual mindset that made man truly human. Meditate on this like a meditation. Then you will have tremendous energy. Then you can make a decision. I pointed out 3 attitudes and 7 strengths related to it. Think about these things when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed. Your subconscious will wake up when you constantly think about this. Your sleeping giant will wake up. You will become a great person who pursues an amazing goal.